What if I told you that a millionaire's entire investment strategy can be explained in one sentence? And what if this strategy is so simple that a 10-year-old could understand it, but most adults get it completely wrong? Hey everyone, so today we're talking about The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. This isn't just another finance book. This is the book that started as a dad writing letters to his daughter about money and became one of the most influential investing guides ever written. Collins takes everything the finance industry wants to make complicated and boils it down to something so simple it's almost insulting. But here's the thing. Simple works. Simple makes money. And simply lets you sleep at night. If you're tired of confusing investment advice, if you want to build wealth without becoming a financial expert, or if you just want to understand how money actually works, this one's for you. So, grab a coffee and let's talk about the path to wealth that's hiding in plain sight. Chapter 1. The One Fund Portfolio. Simplicity Wins. Alright, let's start with the big review. Collins' entire investment strategy comes down to this. Buy one fund, the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund. Keep buying it. Don't sell it. That's it. I know what you're thinking. That can't be right. Where's the complex strategy? Where are the hot stock tips? Where's the secret formula? That's exactly what Collins' daughter thought too. She wanted something more sophisticated, more exciting. But here's what he told her, and here's what the data proves. This simple approach beats about 90% of professional money managers over the long term. Think about it. This one fund owns pieces of every publicly traded company in America. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, you name it, you own it. When American businesses do well, you do well. When they grow, you grow. But here's the beautiful part. You don't have to pick the winners. You don't have to time the market. You don't have to stress about whether Tesla or Ford will dominate the future. You just own them all. Collins puts it this way. The market always goes up over time, but it never goes up in a straight line. Your job is to stay on the ride. One fund. That's it. Everything else is just noise. Chapter 2. Why the experts keep losing. The myth of active management. Now, here's where Collins gets really interesting. He explains why most financial advisors and fund managers actually make their clients poorer, not richer. It's not because they're evil or incompetent. It's because of something called the math of fees. Let me show you something that'll blow your mind. The average actively managed fund charges about 1.5% per year in fees. That doesn't sound like much, right? But here's the thing. If the stock market returns 10% per year on average, and you're paying 1.5% in fees, you're only getting 8.5%. That 1.5% difference, compounded over 30 years, will cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collins shows this calculation. If you invest $10,000, 0 cents per year for 30 years, at 10% return, you'd have about $1,600,000, 0 cents. At 8.5% return, you'd have about $1,200,000, 0 cents. The fees literally cost. Chapter 3. The Magic of Index Funds. Boring is beautiful. Alright, let's talk about why index funds are actually magical, even though they're boring as watching paint dry. First, they're diversified. Collins' favorite fund owns over 3,000 companies. When one company fails, it barely affects you. When one industry struggles, you're protected by all the others. Second, they're low cost. We just talked about fees, but it's worth repeating. Low fees mean you keep more of your money. It's that simple. Third, they're tax efficient. Index funds don't trade stocks very often, so you don't get hit with a bunch of taxes every year. More money stays in your account, growing. But here's the real magic. Index funds remove human emotion from investing. You can't panic and sell at the wrong time because you're not making timing decisions. You can't get greedy and chase the latest hot stock because you're not picking stocks. Collins tells this story about his own investing journey. He spent years trying to beat the market, picking individual stocks, timing his purchases. Some years he did well, some years he didn't. Then he switched to index funds and never looked back. You know what happened? His returns went up, his stress went down, and he got his weekends back. Instead of researching stocks, he was playing with his daughter. That's the real benefit of index funds. They don't just make you money, they give you your life back. Chapter 4. The Psychology of Wealth. Your brain is the enemy. Now here's where Collins gets really deep. He says the biggest obstacle to building wealth isn't the market, it's your own brain. See, our brains are wired for survival, not for investing. When the market crashes, every instinct tells us to run. When everyone else is buying, we want to buy too. When everyone's selling, we want to sell. Collins calls this the lizard brain, and it's the enemy of long-term wealth building. He tells this story about 2008. The market crashed, everyone was panicking, and his friends were calling him, asking if they should sell everything. You know what Collins did? He kept buying. More market crash meant stocks were on sale. Think about it. In any other area of life, when something goes on sale, we get excited. But when stocks go on sale, we get scared. It makes no sense, but that's how our brains work. Collins's solution is simple. Automate everything. Set up automatic investments so you're buying whether the market is up or down. Take the emotion out of it completely. He says the people who get rich from investing aren't the smartest people. They're the most disciplined people. They're the ones who can ignore their emotions and stick to the plan. Your brain will try to talk you out of building wealth. Don't let it. The market rewards patience, not intelligence. Chapter 5. The Debt Emergency. Kill it before it kills you. All right, let's talk about something Collins is absolutely passionate about: debt, and not in a good way. Collins calls debt the enemy of wealth, and he's not exaggerating. Here's why. If you're paying 18% interest on credit card debt, you need to earn 18% just to break even. Good luck finding an investment that reliably returns 18%. He tells his daughter and anyone who will listen that paying off high-interest debt is the best investment you can make. It's a guaranteed return equal to whatever interest rate you're paying. But here's where it gets interesting. Collins doesn't say all debt is bad. He distinguishes between good debt and bad debt. Good debt is debt that helps you make money or builds wealth. A mortgage on a house that appreciates in value. A student loan that increases your earning potential. Business debt that generates income. Bad debt is debt for consumption. Credit cards for vacations, car loans for expensive cars you can't afford, store financing for furniture. This debt makes you poorer, not richer. Collins' rule is simple. Pay off all bad debt as fast as possible. Don't even think about investing until the bad debt is gone. The math is just too brutal otherwise. He puts it this way: you can't build wealth with one hand, while debt is picking your pocket with the other. Chapter 6. The FI number. Your freedom formula. Now here's where Collins introduces something really powerful. The concept of FI, or financial independence. FI isn't about being rich. It's about having enough money that you don't have to work if you don't want to. It's about having choices. Collins gives us a simple formula. Take your annual expenses and multiply by 25. That's your FI number. If you have that much invested, you can theoretically live off the returns forever. So if you spend $40,000, 0 cents per year, your FI number is $1 million, 0 cents. If you spend $60,000, 0 cents per year, you need $1,500,000, 0 cents. The math is based on the historical safe withdrawal rate of 4% per year. But here's what's really powerful about this concept. It puts you in control. Chapter 7. The Simple Path in Action. Your step-by-step guide. Alright, so how do you actually do this? Collins gives us a simple roadmap that anyone can follow. Step 1. Track your spending for a month. You can't manage what you don't measure. Most people have no idea where their money goes. Step 2. Kill all bad debt. Every extra dollar goes to paying off credit cards, car loans, and other consumer debt. Step 3. Build an emergency fund. Collins recommends 3 to 6 months of expenses in cash. This keeps you from going back into debt when life happens. Step 4. Start investing. Set up automatic transfers to a low-cost index fund. Collins recommends starting with just 1% of your income and increasing it by 1% each year. Step 5. Increase your income and decrease your expenses. The bigger the gap between what you earn and what you spend, the faster you build wealth. Step 6. Stay the course. Don't get fancy. Don't chase hot stocks. Don't try to time the market. Just keep buying the same boring index fund, month after month, year after year. Collins promises that if you follow this plan, you will get rich. Maybe not quick, but definitely rich. The math is on your side. The path is simple, but not easy. So there you have it, the simple path to wealth. Buy low-cost index funds, avoid debt, live below your means, and be patient. That's literally it. Grady's article listed 5 avoided things to avoid, and his publication from Loft. But here's what Collins really teaches us. Simple doesn't mean easy. The hardest part isn't understanding the strategy. It's sticking to it when everyone around you is doing something different. When your friends are buying individual stocks and bragging about their wins, you'll be boring. When the market crashes and everyone's panicking, you'll keep buying. When everyone's spending money they don't have, you'll be saving. The simple path to wealth isn't glamorous. It's not exciting. It won't make you rich overnight. But it will make you rich, and it will let you sleep at night. Collins wrote this book for his daughter, but really, he wrote it for all of us. The path to wealth isn't a secret. It's just simple, and simple works. So here's my question for you. Are you ready to take the simple path? Are you ready to get boring? Because boring just might be the key to everything you want. If this video changed how you think about investing, smash that like button and subscribe for more financial wisdom that actually works. And let me know in the comments, what's stopping you from starting your simple path to wealth? Remember, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about index fund investing, check out my video on compound interest right here, or watch this breakdown of common investing mistakes. The simple path starts with simple knowledge. See you in the next one.